I mean, so much of these laws they're coming up with, as far as even like the DUI laws, when, you know, they threaten you with the extent of the law unless you're willing to sign away your rights. I mean, I understand that, uh, the law is the law in any case. I do understand that. But signing your rights away is part of giving. For me, it's like trying to sell a part of my soul or sign it away. Because my personal choice, anytime that comes into question, it's just too messed up. And they're not even clear what they are going to violate. It could be anything. The point of it is the Tea Party, we're like being invaded, and they got us looking at everybody else. Look over there, it's code red today because there was a bombing by terrorists in Europe, and it was supposed to do something here at some point in time. We ain't figured it out yet, but we're at level color orange. They do the same thing about the war on drugs. It's all hearsay. It's, let's take these pictures and we're going to tell you how to look at it. I am not anti-defensive or anything like that, but there's too much of wanting people to listen to what I tell you and this is how it is. There's no our independence is like being walked all over and nobody is paying attention. One of the things I remember whenever Bush was running for office the first time, it was up here in Pittsburgh. I was driving bus, and there was a guy who showed up at one of his rallies, and the guy had questions that he was asking him, and two of the security agents, run up on him, lunged him down, removed him from there because he was asking questions. Does any of this sound like worrisome, or do we just still keep that blind eye? I pay attention. These are things I remember. And the Eurobuck and all, they leave these little tidbits out, but it all leads with the way I look at it. It's all against the Constitution, because there should be no rights taken from the American people because another country invaded us or they bombed a building. I am not taken in or feel sorry for the people who we are at war with, as far as the war in Afghanistan and a war on terrorism, as far as they attacked us. But it's all hearsay. In the reality of it, we got these pictures, and this is what we're telling you what happened. Everybody was involved is dead. And now we got people moving up in the ranks in Al-Qaeda, and this is what we're being told. Meanwhile, our home rights, I mean, it's illegal. Again, I'm going to emphasize, it's illegal for me to plant a seed and grow some weed. But our troops are overseas making sure that farmers who are allegedly funding, using the funds in the goal of their freedoms, we're guarding them doing drugs, but it's illegal for me to grow a seed, grow a plant. It gives the same federales the right to do horrible things to me, and I'm supposed to look at it like, oh, well, it's the law. We need to start standing against it before it crushes us. And yes, I'm anti-Tea Party. That does not make me anti-American. The original Tea Party is not what the new Tea Party stands for. They're using that to confuse you people. Sarah Palin don't give two shits. She can get $20 million for a bridge and never have to never have to say where it went. Maybe I should go to the government and get a grant for a bridge, and then not build it and see what happens. I'll bet you a lot more would happen to me. But the Republican Party, the Tea Party, is pro-international. That means exactly what the Constitution does not stand for. We are supposed to be an independent governing body over this nation. That's what we're supposed to have. An independent governing body. But we're international, and where will that lead? They want us to give up our guns, which I won't. They want us to give up our guns so they can still keep theirs, because they're in charge. So these are the things we need to think about. Everybody needs to just think. We have the mix of church and state. We have all kinds of it's not supposed to be there, but it is, and everybody turns a blind eye to it. But everybody needs to plant a seed. And mainly the seed of thought. We were created to be able to think independently. Yes, we do need laws to mold the country. But see, mold a country. Our country. We don't need this international stuff going on that just prolongs the waste of money. It just promotes the waste of money, because it's gotten no better, and the very people who are supposed to be enforcing is the ones who escalate the violence. I mean, just because they might have reason to believe I could have plants in my house. That gives them a reason to come in, and accidentally kick my teeth out. You know, and it's all the better if I have a plant sitting there because, well, that's the reason I got my teeth kicked out. But the point of it is, the weed that they want to keep so well preserved as a illegal drug, and they won't get up off of it, is the fact that it is a wonderful painkiller. It does help moods. Everybody says it don't do. There's no medicinal value. There's a medicinal value. Ask anybody who has arthritis. Ask anybody who has to deal with pain on a daily basis, and they have knowledge of the possibilities of the weed. I mean, and the drug companies, they don't mind the fact that the war on drugs is going and that waste of money is going on, because the drug companies get to make what they call painkillers, and now they're coming up with painkillers that don't even work, but because they say they're supposed to work, you're supposed to absorb the brainwashing. These pills, if they say it works enough times, it's supposed to make your eyes all glassy, and they're working, right? Salt, powder, sodium does not control pain. It dries out the joints. I got 3 discs from taking that particular item. Trying it is all I did. It dried out 3 discs in my spine. Now I'm in worse pain. It all leads to the same thing. The weed works, and if they legalized it, if they went ahead and said, okay, it's okay for people to possess weed and smoke it if they want to, they already know that the drug companies would automatically start losing. Who's in charge of the drug companies? Who usually has a drug company in their hands? A Republican. And as long as the laws are helping push for the drug companies, then therefore, again, the momentum has gone out of control on that. And the Tea Party is in support of all of it. A conservative does not care what kind of pain you're in. If you hand them enough money, they might allow you some comfort. We need to get the Tea Party taken apart. We need to legalize weed. We all need to plant a seed. And the Tea Party needs to take their England rules and their Canadian rules and their Mexican rules, and they need to learn a lesson on why the Constitution exists. And this is part 2, and I'm going to say bye for now. This is Warlock D, and these are it's just the way I see it. Thanks for listening.